After a week exploring the island, the sailing vessel Dawn Flight, a Corbin 39, left Easter Island on a sailing voyage to southern Chile. On board were the owners, Jeff and Molly Richards, and yours truly. A direct route to Gulfo De Penas Chile would cover 3,800 kilometers. Our route took 3 weeks and covered 4,800 kilometers, an extra 1,000 kilometers. The extra distance was the result of unfavorable winds and perhaps currents. For the first week, we were able to head south, but the conditions prevented easterly travel. You can see from the track that during the first 9 days, we were headed mostly south, but were forced west 180 nautical miles. We got to within 1,300 kilometers of Point Nemo, which is the furthest point from land anywhere on the planet. Much to our relief, abruptly on day 9, the wind swung around from the west and sent us eastwards towards Chile on a 13-day, 3,000-kilometer bumpy ride through the roaring Forties. We pick up the video on day 7.
Well, here we are. This is Wednesday, January the 19th. We're at about 36 degrees south by 111 degrees west. And about 24 hours ago, a little gale popped up here. We're just getting the end of it now. So we're watching some waves go by. Don't get too fancy with the camera because there's a lot of spray in the area at the moment. Salt with the camera.
One way to experience the motion of the boat is to position the camera such that the horizon remains level and the boat moves under you. For the most part, in this video, I am holding on to the boat, which means the camera is attached to the movements of the vessel and the horizon fluctuates wildly. The motion of the boat is violent at times, so avoid focusing on the horizon during the rough stuff. I have found the best way to experience the motion of the boat is to focus on boat structures, which are in sync with the camera, such as the stanchions, the red and white ventilation cones, or the fishing pole. Once you try this, the boat motion will be revealed.
This is Friday, January the 21st. Heading south from Easter Island, been out for 8 days. We're in the middle of this high pressure zone here, so we've got a nice sunny day. Light breeze, blue sky, but it's kind of chilly. We all got our warm weather clothes on. The sun's warm, it's the air temperature's cold. Mind you, we heard back in the kitchen it was 27 below today. Oh, there's Bones. Hi, Bones. That's Bones and the cat. I did not QSL
Hello?
on that. Could you give me another one on that?
Okay, we're 39 degrees south and 112 degrees west. Don't ask me again. Not going east.
Well, this is January 23rd. About 1,700 miles east of Chile. And we've got a wind pushing us along for about 24 hours now. And we're having a good run here, a good downwind run. Don't have very much sail up right now. The winds are fairly strong. This is what the roaring Forties look like. trying to hold the camera steady and let the camera move with the boat. Got myself wedged in the companionway here. I'll give you a feeling for what the motion goes. That's Jeff there. He's up working on reading. Hello, Jeffrey.
Okay, now what?
How goes it,
I don't
Captain?
know, how does it go? Feels better.
Feels better.
Looks good to me.
I'll try holding the horizon on it. That's easy. I'm turning the camera with the motion of the boat. Keep the horizon on it. Right? That's okay.
You. Hello. Hello, baby. Come to daddy. Yeah. How's it going? Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, how's she doing there, pal? What do you think? Albatross. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Beauty.
This is January the 26th, about 1,200 miles east of Chile. And we're just cruising along here. It's the afternoon, about 2 o'clock. And I got a lovely breeze. We've had this wind behind us now for about a day and a half. We're making a good time. 138 miles yesterday. And we got ourselves a lovely summer afternoon down here in the Southern Ocean. And we're all just sitting around watching the waves go by. What you're feeling here is the waves passing under the boat. These are very, very large ocean swells that come by. They're about 15 feet, and they're going faster than the boat. The boat raises up as it goes over top of it. And sometimes you skew down the sides of them. That's what makes this really sort of violent left to right thing. Very difficult to take a picture of these swells. They're very beautiful. They're majestic. They're hundreds of yards apart and about 15 or 20 feet high. But you cannot sort of photograph them. I'm going to show you the motion of the boat as they go by. Sometimes they go by sideways. Give you a good sense of the motion of the boat. This is about 6 knots we're going here. 6 nautical miles an hour. This speed we can do about 130 to 140 miles a day. You want to go 1,500 miles? 10, 12 days. This is Thursday, January the 27th, and things are rocking over here on Dawn Flight. Got another 1,000 miles to go to Chile, and the wind is blowing rather briskly at the moment from the south. So, kind of sort of roaring 40s kind of day here. Very impressive leaving. Well, here we are, Friday, January the 28th, somewhere around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're about 900 miles east of Chile, down around the 34th, 43rd, 44th parallel, somewhere in that area. Got a little breeze blowing here today. That's Jeffrey over there. Captain in his full regalia, keeping an eye on the situation. We're moving along quite smartly. As you can see, this is the roaring Forties, and we've got a nice little gale thing going here this afternoon. The boat's handling it very well. I have to keep this a short session today because I'm getting water on the camera. Definitely not a good idea. Don't forget, folks, we're living in this stuff. Down here cooking meals, sleeping, eating. February the 2nd, about 300 miles east of Chile, and got a little gale going. Wind out of the northwest. Up to the roaring 40s once again.
Preparing 3 meals a day under these conditions was trying. It took 2 to 2.5 hours from the time the first dish was removed from a cupboard until the last dish was stowed. So around 7 hours a day spent prepping meals. Meanwhile, the walls became the floors, and the floors became the walls. You can rest assured, no fish were harmed during the 21-day trip from Easter Island to Chile.
Okay, Molly, what's our lat and lon?
47 degrees 34 minutes south, 74 degrees 56 minutes west. Gulfo De Penas.
And this is Saturday, I believe it's February the 5th, about 6:30 in the morning. And we're in the Gulfo De Penas. Molly just got us our lat and lon. And this is our landfall. Those mountains are about 12 miles away. And we're headed into a place called the Messier Channel, which is right down there. Well, here we are at the top of the Messier Channel, heading south. So this is the north end of the channel. That's the channel itself on the left-hand side of your screen.
What do you want?
I want to know if you're happy now that you're in Patagonia.
I want a beer.
You want a beer?
After a 23-day voyage from Easter Island, we arrived at the Porto Island mooring. The flat water was a welcome relief. However, it took another 7 days of travel through the intercoastal waterway to reach civilization at the town of Porto Natalis. After checking in there, the first order of business was finding some beer.